Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Ashley and this is Ashley Talks Movies. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be doing a review of Cronenberg's new film, Possessor. Before I get into my review of the film, while I have you here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos, and also hit that notification bell so you get notified every time a new video is posted. Okay, so on to the review. Director Cronenberg, who many of you may know from his 2012 film Antiviral, is back with a new film called Possessor. The film is about a hitwoman played brilliantly by Andrea Riseborough, who works for this company who uses this advanced technology that allows her to hijack or possess another person's body, take control of it, and use it to carry out these assassinations. She's given the assignment to take over the body of a character played by Christopher Abbott. I'm not getting into all the specifics of the plot because I don't do spoilers here. But yeah, that's essentially her task. And what's really interesting about this film, not only just the premise, but what it does with that premise in terms of, playing with these ideas of free will and control and the relationship between parasite and host. It does such a great job with those themes and with those elements. Again, through the acting, but also with the visuals. The cinematography in this film is amazing. I mean, this is a well put together film. And the cinematography really adds to that. The color scheme alone adds to the suspense and thrilling aspects of this film. There are certain scenes in this movie where the characters are in stark blue lighting, which adds to a certain mood of that scene. And then in other scenes, they're in these really stark red lighting is used. Again, adds to certain elements that are happening in the film. Also, what I really loved about the cinematography of this film was how the camera was used in certain shots. Typically in a film, when you have sort of those establishing shots, you're going in to a cityscape kind of shot. It's usually kind of straight on or overhead. But here in this film, the camera is slightly tilted. And I think that adds to this sort of disorienting feeling that this film gives off. But yeah, the cinematography is really great. And it gives off this really eerie, futuristic, dystopian vibe. In terms of the acting, as I mentioned before, Andrea Riseborough plays the hit woman main character. Her name's Voss. And she does such a great job with this character. This idea of someone who takes over someone else's body and has to, kind of reconcile with, the idea of possessing someone else. She does such a great job with her facial expressions, her mannerisms. I don't really think this is a spoiler, but there's a scene in the film where she's getting ready for this assignment with Christopher Abbott's character. And before she takes over his body, possesses his body, she watches him. And she's repeating the words that he says. And she's kind of watching his mannerisms to kind of, get into character, so to speak. It does such a great job of showing, what she's doing with the acting there in terms of like playing her character, but then also kind of playing this other kind of character too. Christopher Abbott does a great job with his character, and there's a lot of duality going on with him in terms of him being taken over by someone else and his character kind of trying to figure out what is happening to him. Fair warning, this movie is very violent and very gory. In fact, it was a lot more gory than I had expected, and this movie doesn't hold back in that area at all. Like, there are moments where, people are being stabbed and the blood is just gushing out, like all over the person, all over the person who's stabbing them. It's just splattered, and you hear it splatter, and you hear the skin breaking. And there are times where people getting hit in the head, and you hear bone breaking or drilling. It's a lot of gore, it's a lot of violence. Honestly, I mean, I really enjoyed this film. It's strange, it's creepy. I really liked the suspense that was built in this film. I love the thriller aspect of it. Again, I feel like it's more of a sci-fi thriller than it is a horror movie. But it's so well put together, and I mean, just this whole idea about control and possession and free will. I love how this film kind of explores those ideas. The only criticism really I would have for this film, like that kind of bothered me, was the pacing. This film is not very long, actually, but it felt long. It felt longer than it actually was, and I think part of it was because there are moments in this film where the storytelling really slows down. I mean, this film is not a rapid-paced film to begin with, but even with its slower pace, like there are moments in this film where things really start to drag, and you feel it. You feel it. But yeah, the pacing was a bit of an issue. But thankfully, again, it gets going in certain moments, especially towards the end. And I will say, of note, that this film has a very good, satisfying, shocking ending. So anyway, those are my thoughts on Possessor. Let me know what you think about the film in the comment section below. If you haven't seen the film, let me know if you're looking forward to it, if you're a fan of Brandon Cronenberg's work. Anyway, share your thoughts with me while you're here. Like this video, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe.